Hi everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Juan, I am Just One Reader, and I am here with the end of the year book tag. This was originally created by Ariel Bizet. She's one of the queens of BookTube, and this is such an amazing, exciting video to do if you are, like me, a person who really enjoys planning ahead and thinking of all the books that are coming to you in the future. So let's get started. The first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? And the answer to that is Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. I started reading this earlier this year, like January, February, somewhere in between. This is such a huge, sprawling, epic, historical family drama, and I was really loving it, but for some reason I had to put it down because I think I was in a very difficult moment in life, and I had a lot of things going on, a lot of things on my plate, so I just had to put it down, and I haven't picked it back up again, but I will eventually before the year is out, and I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this amazing story. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? And I guess Autumn by Alice Smith is kind of, you know, the definition of an autumnal read. So I think I will be reading this month, September. I'm not really like a seasonal reader. I'm not really one to read like scary books only on Halloween or, you know, I'm not that type of season-y kind of reader, but yeah, I've been really looking forward to reading this, and because we are going to start autumn, I will be reading this. Question 3 is there a new release that you're still waiting for? The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman. Only a couple more. When's it coming out? I think it's in October, so yeah, like a month and a week. Yeah. Am I doing math correctly? Yeah, I think like a month and a week from today, that book is coming out. Oh my god. Question 4 is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the year is out? But you know me, I have no self-control whatsoever when it comes to books, so instead of choosing 3, I chose 5, and one of them is a trilogy. So, first I have A Constellation of Vital Phenomena by Anthony Marra. I've been told that this is a book that will wow me and just blast me out of the galaxy. Another one is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. I don't have to say anything about this book because you are here, you are watching this video, you are on BookTube, therefore, ergo, you know what this book is about and why people love it so much. Next up, I have Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Sarah Waters from people whose opinion I really trust, so this book seems amazing. Another one I really would love to read this year is It by Stephen King. The movie is coming out in theaters here in Mexico City, I think this week, so I really want to see that, but you know, the movie, I think, I've heard only focuses on one half of the story, the children's part of the story. So I don't really mind reading this book later on in the year. It's not like it's going to be a spoiler or anything. I already know this story. I already know everything that happens, but I've never really finished reading the book. I think I was very close to finishing a couple of years ago. Well, like 10 years ago, but I never did finish it, so I want to read all of it this year. And finally, the trilogy that I'm really looking forward to reading in 2017 is the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I have read only one book by Brandon Sanderson, and that was the middle grade, what was it? Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians, and I loved it. I loved the playfulness and the meta, witty style that Brandon Sanderson had, and this is like his epic, most popular work, so I cannot wait. Everyone seems to love this one. Question 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I do have one book by one author who has been one of my favorite authors recently, in recent reading years, And I have this in my TBR. I think I will be reading this in November or December, very close to the end of the year. And I am so hugely anticipating it. And it is Civil War Land in Bad Decline by George Saunders. If you are familiar to my channel, you will know that his collection of short stories, 10th of December, was my favorite book of 2016. I loved it. So this is another one of his short story collections. It's supposed to be one of the best ones. It's really short, which I really appreciate. And yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on more Saunders. And the last question to this book tag is, have you already started making reading plans for 2018? Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, where do I even start with this question? I have here in my iPad, I already have a calendar with all the books that I would like to read in 2018. I know it's part of my neurosis, it's part of my obsessive and very enjoyable need to control what I read. I know. But I'm just gonna tell you some of the books that I'm really looking forward to in 2018. Let's see. I will tell you one book that I have planned for each month of 2018 because why not? So for January, I have for January I have The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. February, Fortune Smiles by Adam Johnson. For March, I have Jane Eyre. April, I have The Dark Tower series by Stephen King. May, for May, East of Eden by John Steinbeck. For June, The View from the Cheap Seats by Neil Gaiman. Then in July, I have Mrs. Dalloway and The Hours. Then in August, I have The Catcher in the Rye and The Silence of the Lambs. Then in September, I have We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver. In October, I have The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton, Deathless by Catherine M. Valente. I have so many. November, I have Wuthering Heights. I have How to Breathe Underwater by Julie Oringer. And for December, I have The Tsar of Love and Techno, also by Anthony Mara. A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. And A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. So yeah, the short answer to this question is yeah, I have pretty good plans already made for 2018. Guys, that was the end of the year book tag. I would love to know your answers to these questions. If you make a video, please link it down below or tell me about it so I can go and enjoy it, or just, comment down below with your answers. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.